Dan,
What up?
we're live.
We are live. That's correct.
As
Live
my
coming from our basements.
live and direct from my mama's basement. As my man Ric Flair used to say, he would say, "Mean Woo Gene, we are live." It was one of my favorite. Man, he used to start out Monday. Was it Monday night? No, it was WCW. Start out that way. It was really good.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention to anything you're saying because I'm trying to shoot a tweet out right now. I apologize.
All right, come on, man.
But before we go anywhere, I need to ask you a couple things. Number one,
Shoot.
where'd you get that hat? Number two, it looks uncomfortable. Number two, what is going on in that basement right now?
Well, this hat is a special hat to me. I wear this hat. I've had this hat literally, I promise you, since I was 10 years old. So this hat has a special place in my heart. Okay.
All right, that's fine.
When I was
Nothing wrong with that.
when I was a kid, I would wear this hat during important things. It was kind of like my rally cap. I wore this hat in the I'm a Yankees fan. I haven't really kept up with them in a couple of years, but back in the day, I was a big Yankees fan. And I was watching the World Series, 1996, and one of my buddies was going against me hard because they were playing the Braves, and he said, Yankees were 2 games down. He said they'll never come back. They got slaughtered 2 games, and then I said I'm wearing my rally cap that I've had since I was 10 years old. And I believe, Dan, I believe the little 10-year-old me came out in 1996 again when I was like 20, and I said, I believe in these, and it happened. They came back. They had a comeback series, and it was amazing. And ever since then, if there's any important thing going on,
The rally cap.
I put on my rally cap, Dan.
Do you wear that in public?
Well, this is pretty public.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, here we are.
All right. Well,
and the background is my new stage setup. Do you like it?
I love it, man. I love it. It really your personality shines through in this setup.
I don't know how to take that, but I appreciate it. Do you like the flower pattern behind me?
That's my favorite part, I think.
Trestle?
Yeah.
My wife found this for me at I think she found it at a consignment sale, and so we snatched it up. I knew this was the right backdrop that I needed for my YouTube channel.
A couple little touches, and that bad boy is going to be perfect.
Yeah. So something big happened today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dan, we launched our Indiegogo today.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That was cheesy, but you're right. We launched it. It was. I guess we kind of came out with a bang because we had our #1 fan hit us up immediately as soon as we launched it.
Trey.
Yeah, Trey. None other than Trey.
Hashtag one man fan.
That's right. Hashtag one man fan. We got to say thank you to Trey. That was really cool of him. Yeah. He came out and we're going to talk about the perk that Trey got. We're going to talk about all the other perks too. But
yeah,
he really that was pretty cool. It was awesome. Like in that first hit, like you get an email right when somebody backs you, and I got this email and I looked and I was like that's just, I don't know. That's special when you get that first one. So
first one. Hey, you know what? Cool. Here's to you, Trey.
Absolutely.
You're the man.
I'm gonna my seltzer water.
There you go. Here's to you,
buddy.
Cheers, and we appreciate it. And any other person that wants to back, we appreciate it.
You'll get one of those too.
Yeah. This is a labor of love, right, Dan?
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? So Trey, part of the what everybody really, I think everyone gets a personal shout out, and people probably a virtual high five, and people are probably like, what the heck is that, and this is something that we came up with. It started out kind of as a joke, but it turned into something serious that I have to do. I feel like I need to do it to every single person that backs our comic book. So the more people that back, as you go down the line, you're going to see me just be less and less human.
Hold on. We're going to go through the perks, and you can talk about what that virtual high five is, okay?
All right. You're right. Getting ahead of myself. I'm just so excited, man.
I know. I am too. All right. Second, I'm going to pull this up on my screen. We will get, hold on just a second. I have to share my
You're looking everywhere. How many screens you got?
Well, I got two. I got one here,
yeah.
and one here. And I got my Wacom tablet here, but it's on the fritz right now because of a cable. So I need a new cable. But
gotcha.
That's not going to stop me. Give me just a second. I want to show you something real quick.
Sweet.
If I can get get my screen share.
Christopher and Corvus and Aaron all in here.
Hey, cool, man. Can you keep up with the chat for me?
Here's the link to the Indiegogo, Aaron. I'm putting it up right now for you, man.
Oh, I should have put that in the description.
Oh wait, sorry. I put the link for the YouTube. That's my bad, guys. Hold on, let me get the link to the Indiegogo.
Yeah, we're gonna get better at this, guys. We'll get better at this.
There we go.
So while Dan's doing that, check this out. Like right here in Indicron, you'll see our sweet little, right here, you'll see our sweet little hero, Blood of the Patriots icon. And we are listed here on Indicron, which is really cool. This is a great service that Indicron does. So shout out to Indicron. And if you guys are putting a project out, make sure you get yours on Indicron with us.
Yeah.
So we'll just click through there and look at our brand new page. Now, this is there. You can see the editing stuff on here because I'm in it. So I don't know if there's anything they shouldn't see, Dan. It doesn't look like it.
No, I think it's pretty. As long as you're in the view campaign, I think it's all. It's all okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys need to check out this video. We put a lot of love into this video. It's got a lot of humor. I was trying to think of a way, Dan, to describe what kind of our feeling is on Hero, and I came up with it's a lot like kind of like Commando or like Big Trouble in Little China, where there's a humor element that's sort of present throughout, but it's tough guy humor. It's tough guy action.
Right.
So we got the video for you guys to watch, and then there's a couple extra videos here too. This is just me talking about action scenes and kind of like where I get inspiration from Jack Kirby on my action scenes. And then this right here is just basically a villain profile that we put together that explains a little bit more about our villain, because we don't have too many visuals of him up yet, so we put up a lot of commentary on what to expect there.
Yeah, and we were both messaging each other last night, late into the night, putting this thing together. So, guys, if there's any sort of bug or whatever, like we think we got it all, but if there's a bug or something, you see it, if you're looking it over, let us know. Yeah, we're pretty pumped on this, and it's our whole concept for this book is pretty. I feel like it's a pretty large story that we're trying to tell. So there's a lot of little bits and pieces, and Hero is a little complicated, but we've tried to streamline that and make it a little bit easier to understand with our Zero issue. That there are links to that, like right above that,
right here.
Yeah, right there. It says download the Zero issue of Hero. And so you can just hit that. It's 15 pages, black and white, with a color cover. Download it and get into it. That's just the kind of where the beginning of the story. So you get to meet some of the characters. You don't really get to meet Hero in this issue. At the end, you get to see him in kind of an inert state. But you get to see where he's kind of derived from in this, and you get to meet some of the important characters, Dr. Crouppen and Boone, and Marsh as well. And so, well, pretty much everybody in this issue is somewhat important to the story. So, and you'll get to learn more about them in this next 48 pager once we get funded. But yeah, it's I hope you guys like it. I've gotten some good feedback. I've gotten some DMs today from folks, and it's awesome. Like, also Corvus had hit me up before. I sent him an early copy, and he read it and gave me some good feedback and stuff. So we appreciate you guys for doing that and reading it, and we appreciate everybody who's downloaded it so far. I don't know if you have analytics on that at all, Jason, but
not yet, but I can get that for you.
Cool. Yeah. No, you don't need to get it right now. I'm just curious eventually. But yeah, it's exciting. It was, like, we got Trey, our hashtag one man fan, has already backed us, and that's super exciting. It's kind of nerve wracking just waiting to get it out. And once it went out, it was kind of like a weight off of your chest. So, like, that seems so cliche and silly, but it's true.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But yeah, anyway, I'm super excited. It's only been a few hours, but it's we got a bunch of days left, and we're just gonna keep hustling this thing out there. We appreciate all the guys that have like tweeted anything or liked anything or whatever. You guys are awesome. All our new kind of friends out there in the CG land of Twitter, and thanks, fam. Oh gosh. I got to keep my TV on so you guys can see my face.
I got it locked on. I think I got it locked on the screen for everybody.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Ask them in the chat, what do they see right now? Do they see people talking, or do they see what's on my screen? Kind of a boomer moment. Sorry, guys.
Well, they can hear us. If you guys are in the chat, and you can let us know what you're seeing, if it's the lock on. Anyway, go ahead, Jason. Keep on cruising through this thing.
Well, I just wanted to show a little bit of this off. I mean, I feel like this turned out pretty good for a zero issue. This is free, so anybody can get this, share this around, let people know like it's out there. You can get a lot of story and a lot of entertainment out of this for free, and it goes on for 16 pages, and then at the very end, it just has this little cliffhanger moment, which should put you right up into the issue that we're creating now. So definitely download that, share it, and talk about it with people. That's right here, right? That's right here. This is the main perk, the feature perk. This is the printed book. So you get a virtual high five from Dan. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And you get this beautiful print signed. And I wanted to say, and we've talked about this a little bit, but I am by trade, by career, I am a project manager in the creative department. So getting things from concept through creative through to delivery to the printer, and then coming back with a high print quality is something I do on a weekly basis. So this is not my first rodeo. And I'm definitely going to produce a great looking book that prints well on great paper, great stock, and has some great nice features on it. And I'm going to work that printer price down to next to nothing, or as best I can. I'm going to work them over. So yeah, I just want everybody to kind of know that. So if you're, if you might feel a little bit hesitant to back because like we're first time comic book creators, we'll just know that I'm not a first-time print project creator. I've printed many books, many large documents, and we've gone, like I said, from creative concept all the way through to printing, and I will deliver this one way or the other.
That's right.
So yeah, so then let's move on down the line, and we'll talk about the virtual high five. Dan, this is your idea. Why don't you talk about what you want this to be?
This literally started out as a joke, but the virtual high five is something like, I figured if somebody is going through, if somebody's going through the trouble of looking at our page and giving us any amount of money, like if you just want to pay for a high five, great. Or if you're backing us, our digital book or our our print book, whatever, I feel like I owe it to you as a creator to say thanks. Because this is a crowdfunding thing. This is not like out on the shelves at your local comic store. Like, this is you're supporting me by giving this money ahead of time in believing in our vision and our project. So I told Mutt, I'm gonna, like, if somebody backs our book, I should literally just send them a video of me giving him a high five, a virtual high five. And so that's literally what we've done. This, like, if you just want to, if you don't have a lot of cash and you're like, if you don't have $8 and all you have is $5, and you want to help us out and you give us your money, the least I can do is take time out of my day to send you a video, a personalized video. I'm not just going to be like, hey, pal, high five. This is going to be, I will say your name or whatever you want me to say, your Twitter handle, your Instagram, whatever, and I'm going to give you a high five over the phone. So that's what this is. And so everybody that backs is going to get one of these, which I don't know if is a good decision or not. But I will say you'll notice that it's $5, but it's $100,000 item. So you guys, it's 99% off of the retail price.
Is that I think it's $1 million, Dan.
Is it $1 million? Oh, it's yeah, you're right. It is $1 million.
Yeah, it's $1 million. It's worth $1 million, people.
Yeah, it's worth $1 million. So get in on it while you can. There's only 500, and there's none claimed right now. So God, 500 people do that, I'm gonna be so upset.
I hope so.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what the virtual high five is. It's going to come with everything.
Well, like, so a lot of these, and you know, Dan, you see a lot of these, and they're like, you know, $1 to $5, and you have our undying affection, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're actually going to deliver something.
Yeah, and it's personalized. It's not even just a thing that I'm going to send you like a 5x7 or something. It's personalized.
Absolutely. This is a video that you can keep, and you can have it loop.
Family.
El Macho himself. El Macho will give you a high five over your little video monitor. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So so make me work for it, guys. Anyway, you can keep on showing the boys what we got here, and girls, if there's any girls in here. It's just a bunch of, I think.
Hey, who's in the chat? I can't see.
We got a bunch of Christopher's in here. Bruce is in here. Bruce has a project getting ready to drop in a couple days too, which looks pretty good. Corvus says Macho Man kisses.
You can blow kisses. I mean,
I'll blow a kiss. Corvus is if that's what you want, that's what you get, brother.
You better watch what you offer. I mean,
yeah, I know, man.
It could get crazy. You better stick with virtual high fives. I think that's more in your realm. We could do like virtual bro hugs. That might be cool. Just bring it right into the chest and then pull it back out.
It's I mean, like, it's a one-armed.
Yeah, that's it right there. You just do that to the phone, right? And then you say, this one's for you, and then you say whoever the name is. But I like high fives. That's a nice personable touch, and it's really great. And if you do that for like 200 people, I'll be impressed. Man,
all right. Well, we're gonna see what happens. Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Then moving on down to perks, you've got your Hero Digital Edition right here. Now, this is we went back and forth on how much to charge for this. You know, $3, $4, $5, $6 seemed too little. $10 for a lot of people seemed too much, so we landed at $8, and I feel like that's a fair price. This is not going to go out until the books are shipping, so it won't be like we send the digital issue out as soon as the PDF is ready.
Right.
We're going to make whoever gets the digital issue, they have to wait until backers that get the printed copies get their copies, at least halfway through the shipping process.
Right. Yeah. Right. And that's just so everybody kind of receives stuff at the same time. We don't want to send all these digital issues out and then I don't know, I guess water it down.
Yeah. I mean, I think that like people that buy in at, you know, somebody buys in at $20, you know, $20 plus shipping for the comic book, for the graphic novel. They need to see that in hand first before, you know, their buddy next door who's got the digital issue starts talking about, you know, reading through the digital issue in a couple days or whatever.
I want to say real quick, I love the little the little postcard of Macho sitting there.
I couldn't resist just throwing that on the table as if someone were a true fan. And they're looking at this little picture of you while they're going through this comic book that you wrote. I just think that's really funny.
Oh, it was funny.
So yeah, so then we got a couple of pages as we're going down. You can see the artwork that we've got. We got the same guy that is coloring Critias' book, Detective Dead. Which, man, let me tell you what, that I am so excited for Detective Dead.
Yeah,
the more
absolutely.
I see of that, the better it gets. It's getting crazier and crazier. I hope it's going to be that he won't have any trouble getting that thing fulfilled, because it is a big monster project.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a big project for sure.
But the same colorist did our colors here, and I thought he did a bang up job.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. I'm digging the like the purple and blues and teals and stuff in that. I like that.
Yeah.
So
then the next perk down is going to be this the 2 copies. So you save money, guys. Get 2 copies, you save a little bit of money, and
right.
You save money on shipping too.
You still get a high five.
Dan, I don't think they understand. I mean, they get a high five with every tier. So if you buy from us, we acknowledge that you bought it, and we show our appreciation through virtual high fives.
They're really priceless, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody wants a high five from me, Dan. So, but if you need me to chip in some high fives, I don't mind doing that. But it might be a letdown.
You might have to.
Are you going to grow the skullet out?
Look. If I get if there's,
what's the goal? What's the stretch goal, guys? I mean, if we get 100 backers, I think Dan should have to grow out a skullet and wear a bandana on his head and put on the Macho glasses.
I will find a wig that will give me a skullet for 100 backers. I'm gonna need more than that to actually grow one. I will be in the doghouse. Like,
oh man,
I will be in the doghouse if I try to attempt that.
Well, if you grew a skullet, you'd have to shave the top to make it right.
Corvus says 10K skullet for 1 year.
Oh man, let's do it. Man. I'm in like Flynn. Come on.
I did have for a while, everyone. I had a handlebar mustache, like fully, like around, like the curl around on both sides. Like I had to get up earlier than my wife in the morning, so I could like put my mustache wax in and curl my mustache and like blow dry it so it'd stay in shape and everything. I mean, it was ridiculous. At least the skullet, like people expect to see a greasy skullet. You know, like if I'm rocking one of those things, like they're not expecting it to be like nice and shampooed and conditioned. They're you know, they see a skullet, they're ready to see a greasy bald head and some stringy hair on the back.
You're looking good today, man. Let me just say, you're looking extra shiny today.
It's nice and shiny. I shaved it last night, so I'm feeling good. But yeah, skullet could happen if the right amount of money hits. I won't say anything for certain yet. Jason's gonna have to
just keep it in mind. Just like be open to that growing out a skullet, a real one, a real Macho Man skullet.
Yeah, I will say, as soon as we hit our funding goal, I'm gonna buy. Like, you can get these Macho glasses online, like bedazzled Macho Man, Randy Savage style glasses. And as soon as that goal's met, I'm gonna get a pair of those things, and I'm gonna send out a thank you to everyone, just in Twitter land. And who knows? Like, maybe I'm gonna send them to somebody or something like that. I don't know, crazy.
Oh man, that'd be fun. Macho Man sunglasses giveaway. That'd be really fun.
Get the Hogan hair curtain.
All right, I'm gonna go back.
Cool. Keep going. Right. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. So okay, here's one that we've already gotten some really cool feedback on, and this is the Get One Send Two. Now this is a military book, right? We are a pro American military. And HIRO is, he's fighting for the good old U.S. of A. And so it's incumbent upon us with this sort of theme and kind of book that we have a cool perk that benefits the guys and girls who are fighting for our freedom. And so this one is support the real heroes. And at $55, you get 3 books, but 2 of those books are going to a great cause. They're going to get sent off to Dan. Do you know the name of the organization yet, or are you still looking at those organizations?
I have a few emails into different organizations.
Okay.
One is Operation Gratitude. That actually,
I like that one that you sent me. That's a good one.
Yeah. And so I had actually seen that before, but then Doug Garrett today had said he found them to be one of the better places, and so I have an email into them. I haven't heard back from them yet, but yeah, that's probably who we'll end up going with, just because they get packages and they kind of know soldiers that are into comic books or whatever. I guess they have some sort of document that's giving information, and so they try to get those books out to people who enjoy them. And they have care pack, like there's crazy amounts of care packages they put out. The other option is the USO. And I'm pretty sure that Mike Miller uses the USO because he has some sort of military perk as well. And I was reading that on his campaign page. So it'll probably be one of those. Operation Gratitude's probably my top pick right now, though. So yeah.
Cool. And you know what? I mean, like, this is something that if you're a soldier and every day is filled with dangerous situations, but you get to get your entertainment sent to you. I mean, it's just a great thing. So I would encourage you guys to really think about doing this one. I love this one. And we, Dan and I, we love our military, and we're very thankful. Every time I see, somebody wearing the Navy cap or Vietnam cap, I love going up to these guys and telling them thank you for your service. I mean, that's my parents taught me to do that. I'm very respectful of those people that, have given their part of their life to serve us. So
absolutely,
we're all about it. And plus, I mean, look at Hero, man. Look at him kicking butt right here.
He's kicking commie butt for America.
Right.
That's his goal in death, is to kick commie butt for America.
That's it. America.
So
then moving on down. This is the one that our good friend Trey selected. I don't want to, say too much about it, but I mean, he did tweet it out today, so I guess it's fair to kind of give him credit for it. He went in big on this one in the $75 tier. And he gets one of Volk's blades named after him. This is our villain Volk right here, and he is a death dealer, an arms dealer, but he is a death dealer, and he is good with a blade and has many blades in his blade collection, and each blade is named after its first victim. And so we will have Trey's name on one of these blades, and he will be displaying his blades, and he'll be displaying names on them. So
immortalized
that's really
forever.
Cool.
Yeah, that was an idea we had, and I pitched it to Jason, and he was like, "Yes." So I like the idea. Volk is crazy, and I like the idea of a murderer keeping something, to remember his victims by. It's creepy and dark, and that fits Volk very well. So yeah, his blade. So Trey's gonna get a killer blade, literally the one that ended his life, and his name's gonna be on. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm pumped about this. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and you put 20 of these in there, so I've got to figure out a way to get 20 blades.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to change.
Well, I thought about it. No, I thought about it when I was going over it. I thought, man, yeah, I could do 20. And I thought of a big, like a 2-page spread, maybe with a display case.
Yeah,
because he had it on display in his,
exactly. Yeah. So, I have some ideas on how to work that in really well too. So it's going to be sweet, I think.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so then we get to one of the bigger tiers. This is the $300 get knocked out by hero tier. This is my absolute favorite. Yeah, I will draw your likeness getting knocked the heck out. Look at this guy, tooth popping up. I mean, this could be your face right here getting mashed in by Hero's mighty fist. Look at that. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
like to have your face, Dan, immortalized in a comic book forever and all time with
I
your
would,
face getting mashed in by the hero?
yeah, I would absolutely love that.
Uh,
Just like a full on like KO knockout, and
oh,
it's
it's
gonna
yeah, one
we're
punch.
gonna, you know, there's 5 of these that are available for people if they want to back at that level, and we're gonna figure out a cool way to have you in the book, your likeness, and then your likeness just straight up getting like knocked, like instant knockout, like on the ground twitching,
Yeah.
drool coming out of your mouth situation. It's gonna be awesome. I'm pretty pumped about that. Yeah.
So the faces that I'm going to ask to be texted to me are faces that look really painful. So
Yeah.
think about that. You could make for if you get this perk, you can send me your best pain face, and I'll draw it up, and you'll be getting knocked out by Hero. All right, moving on down the line. This is a sort of in the same vein. This is the brutal death from Hero, and in this one, we will kill you. We will kill your likeness. And so basically, you'll send me a picture of you, and I'll draw you in as one of Hero's many victims in death. And so he will utterly destroy you. You will put up a fight of some kind, but your likeness will be utterly annihilated into death by Hero in some way that looks crazy. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's a fun one right there. Would you rather be killed by Hero and have a little bit of a fight and then you get killed, or would you rather be just straight knocked out, Dan?
I don't know. They're both pretty good. I think that if any of those don't get claimed, that you should just draw me in a skullet getting killed by Hero.
We could do that. I mean, yeah, I'm expecting all of these to be claimed because
I really hope they do.
yeah.
Um,
Hey, we're going to be positive. You know, we've heard, on the subject, Dan, we've heard so many people say, bad timing,
yeah, I
bad
know. You're right.
timing.
You're right.
But you know what, man? I mean, if people like it, they like it. If they want it, they'll get it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like the thing a lot of people say is it's like, oh, it's going into the holidays and there's Thanksgiving and Christmas and people they're going to stop spending money. But you know, it's one of those things we didn't want to wait too long and wait till February. Where everybody says like, wait till February and start your campaign then. But everybody's going to start their campaign in February. I don't think there's anything wrong with starting it right now. You know, we're going for 40 days and we're going to see what shakes. And I think that if, we're doing our job and we're genuine and we're upfront with you guys on what we want to deliver, and we have the goods to show you what we've already accomplished, and it's a cool story and a cool idea, I don't think there's going to be any issue with getting our funding. So maybe I'm going to be wrong and we'll have to go back to the drawing board, but we have a lot of cool people that have just recently we've met a lot of these folks, and it's awesome to feel a real sense of camaraderie with these guys, like never really knowing them, being on live streams with them, or just interacting on Twitter. It's been awesome, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting us, especially those guys that are in the chat and actually participating with us tonight. It's really cool because we're pumped about this.
Absolutely. Shout out to those guys, man. I mean, like you said, it's a great community. And one thing that I've been amazed by in this whole Comicsgate community that we've kind of landed in is that everybody's like, I mean, we're all kind of competing in the same space, right? But we're also all looking for other groups of people that we can sell to, right? And there's a humongous group of people out there. And it just takes literally, it just takes getting on the right show, the right person retweeting your stuff. I mean, you and I are pushing hard into other groups of people outside of Comicsgate, outside of indie comics even. I mean, there's so many people that we follow online and so many different voices that we could get in with.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of avenues. I mean, there's a humongous it's a sleeping giant. It's a dormant group of people who used to love comics and then left comics and have kind of forgotten about comics.
Right. Yeah.
But when you reintroduce comics to these people in a way that they can really get into it and have fun with it, they will pull the trigger and they will support. We just have to keep going after it, going after it, going after it. We will find our audience. So
yeah, I think so. And you know, we're gonna, you know, go after folks that are, you know, probably active duty or retired military too. Like, you know, we really, so number one, we have a lot of respect for those people, and that's why it's a huge theme throughout the book. And even the Thomas Jefferson quote in the beginning of the video, if you've watched that, is something that we read and felt really strongly about, and felt so strongly about, we named our book Blood of Patriots. You know, because a lot of this is based literally on the people that give their lives IRL in real life. And so, yeah, like that's a segment of the population that we feel like would enjoy this. And we're going to hope to be able to market to them too. And it's not just that we're trying to, like, we're not really going to make a lot of money on this. Like, we're going to make, we're going to make the book is what's going to happen.
Yeah. That's the goal. The goal is making the book.
The goal is not making money. It's just been something that's been so important. We've been working on this thing for 4 years, or over 4 years.
Right.
And it's just super important to Jason and I think I can speak for him in this, just getting it out. It's a concept we've been working on, and just getting it out is going to be a big deal. So anyway, that's my soapbox for right now.
Love it, man. Okay, look, so here's Inessa Tarvita. She's another villain in this book. She's an assassin. I just wanted to put this up on the Indiegogo so people could see some of our, you know, that we have a kind of a wide range of character types. And this is, you know, another character that'll be featured in the book. You have to read it to see, you know, what her part is, because I don't want to give too much away, but she's going to be cool and she's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
So then moving on down the line, speaking of villains, you can be a villain in our story. Now, this is a big tier. It's expensive, and we're only offering one of these.
And mainly, I think we're only offering one because I feel like you could back yourself into a corner story-wise if you offer too many of these things, like throwing people in as a main character in the story. So we have two villains, and so this is going to be kind of like I guess kind of what we see as a villain. You're going to be a villain in the book if you get on this, but you're not going to be the main guy. You can't be Volk, but yeah, we're going to see what happens.
It's a boss level, you know,
boss
like
level, right.
You know, like this is a sort of a mid boss level.
Yep.
It's going to be a person who their identity will be turned into a villain, and then they will have a struggle against our protagonists. So they will play a big part. They will have a very interesting number of pages, and they will have a very interesting part in our story. And we have space for that, so we're going to offer that.
Yep.
If it gets claimed, that person will be transformed into a crazy villain, and we will just work with them to figure out, you know, what kind of villain they could be.
Yep, absolutely. And that's something that we want to, I think, put into it, is a little bit of whoever, if they claim this, whoever that is, and they have some, you know, obviously we're going to retain creative control, but, you know, we want to be able to put some of your idea, if it's something that you do, into the character, so it feels real to you, right? So anyway, yeah, I think it's a cool thing. Like I said, only one, just because we need to be smart and make sure that the book is quality, the story's quality, the writing's quality, the art's quality, the color and the printing are quality, and too many of those is gonna mess it up. So we have room for that in the book, but we don't want to force it. So we're trying to be smart about it. So anyway, yep.
Yeah, well said, Dan. And so, you know, the rest of this stuff is just all of your bathroom reading material. There are some, you know, interesting things. We did spend our time writing it out and being as thorough as possible, but I know how you guys are. You don't care about that kind of stuff. So
That's why it's at the bottom.
So we're going to move it on up. Yeah. So we're ready, man. You know, we're here. We're in the marketplace and we are excited about it. So I hope that you guys are excited about it too, and that you'll push it out there, and you'll talk to your friends about it, and maybe ask for it for your Thanksgiving gift or your early Christmas gift.
Right. So hot off the presses, I just got a text from my beautiful bride upstairs, and she said someone else donated. I'm not going to read names out or anything like that. Trey's, our one-man fan's the only one that gets his very personal shout out, but we did get another backer just now. So we made it over $100, buddy.
Oh yes.
we're still at 1%, but we made it over $100. So whoever that was, if you're watching or if you're not watching or whatever, thank you. We appreciate it. This is not your high five. You're going to get your virtual high five later, but
right on, man. That's awesome. Man.
So
anyway, at 3 digits, Dan. We're at 3 digits.
3 digits, baby. 3 digits.
Only one more digit to go, and we're in the ballpark.
That's right. So,
see, guys, you don't know how excited. Like literally, it's just it's like so great when anybody, one person backs. It's like so great. It makes you feel like, oh man, somebody actually thinks this is good, and it's so. And it's so scary when you put your baby out there for everybody to see. You know, like they're going to give you feedback, and it's going to be in some ways negative feedback. Some of it's going to be critical feedback, and we're definitely big boys. We're able to take that. We'll take your critical feedback, and we will make adjustments where we see fit, and do our best to be good stewards of the story, and also really great to the fans. You know, one thing about hold on a second. I want to put my face on here there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because I'm talking, man. I gotta, I want people to know that I'm serious about this. Oh, don't I look serious?
You look real serious, man.
Hopefully people you got to go back to the beginning of the episode. I don't normally do this, but you got to go back to the beginning episode to figure out why I'm wearing this and why this is my background. But either way, what was I saying?
Man, you trailed off. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Shoot.
You know what? But let me say something, because I got something on my mind. Okay. We were talking about this earlier. Like, so Jason and I had a conversation about who we want funding this book, who it is that we want to get this in front of, and we talked about putting it out to people that we know personally, that we work with or go to church with or whatever. And one thing that we kind of both decided is that we want to make it on our own merit to people that are true comic fans, number one. So it's cool, like going back to saying how cool it is when we see people donate, like just these 2 donations we got, like that means a lot, because you guys saw it and you donated because you thought the project's cool, not because you know us, not because you're my uncle or something like that, or my grandma or whatever. But that's why it means so much. Like, that's why I get pumped up every time I see an email that says Indiegogo on it. So anyway, thank you guys, whoever it is so far. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Like if you work for a big company, if you're drawing Hellboy, Hellboy's not your character, right? It's fun, and I know people would dream to be on a book like that. You know, if you're drawing Cable, or if you're drawing anybody. I mean, whether it's a major mainstream or whether it's a little lower tier, whoever, a major character, you're going to enjoy that, and if you're writing that book, you're going to enjoy trying to push that character in new directions, and the pay is great. But man, when you are putting something that is yours out there and it's brand new, and you're people like me and Dan, and you don't have, nobody knows who we are. We're brand new. We're coming out here with, we're trying to get fans, and trying to create a buzz from scratch. so when you get just a couple backers, it's just, I mean, dude, it brings a smile to my face. I love it. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we're going to keep on pushing for the next 40 days. It's going to be, you're going to see a lot of Hero because I'm going to push it out there and I'm going to be talking about it on shows and on different streams and things like that. So,
yeah. I was going to say Tyler Carpenter was in the chat. He's just popped up. Got to get them chrome covers right, Tyler.
Yeah.
That is, thank you, sir, so much. I got to get them chrome covers. That's going to be a stretch goal. I'm not joking about that. If we get to a certain amount of money, we're going to figure out what that amount of money is, and we're going to have a freaking chrome cover, and it's going to be killer. Embossed chrome cover, like nothing like one of those bad boys. Anyway, but Tyler, we're going to be on his show next. I think he said like next Tuesday, maybe.
Next Tuesday, yeah.
Cool. Next Tuesday. Mutt didn't tell me that. I saw it in the chat. But Tyler, I'm there. And then we're going to try to get Malin said he was going to have us back on. We'll probably be there. And anywhere else we can get on and just talk to people.
I'm getting on E. Ortiz Arts. That'll be tomorrow night.
Sweet.
E. Ortiz Arts.
Okay.
So yeah,
I watched that guy. I saw him somewhere just recently. Maybe you shared something about him.
Probably did. He's cool, man. The guy's cool as the underside of the pillow. So I'm going to go on his stream and talk about Hero. And he was very nice. He, I was in his chat just talking about some stuff, and he was very nice to offer me a place to come on and talk about my comics. So I'm going to take advantage of it and get in there and talk to him.
Dude, in the chat, Trey saying we got to sell. We got a network. And Christopher Ryan says we got to get that holographic cover. I'm in for holographic too. I love some hologram trading cards in a book. Like if you open up a book and there's a hologram cover like stapled to the spine, that's something special right there.
Dude, seriously, trading cards is a nice tier. Like if you can get up to that number and you put a little bit over, you can get your trading cards. I would love to do trading cards.
Yeah, that'd be killer. Like if we can get there, I'd absolutely love a trading card. I think that'd be cool. And then Tyler too, Jason, just because you're not reading this and I'm reading it.
Yeah.
He said, come on his show. So Draw and Talk, if you guys haven't watched Draw and Talk, so Jason was on there last week, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was great. And Tyler's been putting out a lot of interesting topics about creating comics and creating content for comics. And one that I tweeted out today that I'm not going to be able to find now was shoot, what was it about? Tyler, help me out. You're in the chat. Man, I can't remember what I'm blanking on what it was, but all of his topics have been about creating and like getting an audience is the one Jason was on and stuff like that. And it's really good, interesting stuff if you're into this sort of thing. And so I highly recommend going and checking his stuff out too. But anyway, he's drawing Red Sonja on Thursday, Jason. And he said, come on, promote on Thursday and promote on Tuesday. So he said he has no idea what he did.
I like to try my hand at Red Sonja. I think I can knock Red Sonja out. That'd be cool.
Hook up with Tyler and get on there, man, because I'd love to see you draw something, some Red Sonja too. That's great. But anyway, that's a lot of me babbling about nothing to tell you to go check out Tyler's channel. It's great, and he's a super cool dude. I'm pumped to get on there and see him face to face and chat. So it's a creator hangout on Thursday, and artists are drawing together. So yeah, you should do that, Jay.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll try to get in on that. That'll be fun. Red Sonja's, that sounds fun. So I'll try to get in on that. Try my hand at that.
Yeah.
All right. So
cool.
What other shows are coming up? You're going to get on with Doug, right?
I'm gonna attempt to get, if I can act crazy enough. Doug likes absolutely crazy people. Like that's his favorite type of people.
Not Doug Maple, Doug.
Doug Garrett.
Doug Garrett, yeah.
I bet you Doug Garrett likes crazy people too.
He likes you, and you're definitely not right in the head.
That's definitely true. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be on with Doug at some point. We chatted today a little bit, and we're gonna figure out a time that works. And that dude is good people, man. I like Doug a lot, and I like what he's putting down. He has some cool ideas, so I'm pumped to get on his channel. And that's something we've been working for a while, but we're gonna make that happen. So yeah, I'm pumped to get on his show.
Yeah, you guys hit the like button real quick too. I mean, I see some of y'all probably have already. Go ahead and hit. If you haven't hit it, hit it. And if you're watching this later, please hit it.
Yeah,
that definitely helps us get some help from YouTube. And we got to grow this audience so that we can spread the love of indie comics and Comicsgate and all of these this cool community that we're building. Hey, Dan, can I talk about the community real quick? Because I don't really think I've hit on that yet.
Yeah, absolutely, hit it. I'm gonna put my screen. I'm gonna knock my screen off for just a second. And yeah, you do it. Do your thing.
All right. I just wanted to say that just kind of repeating or just kind of piggybacking on what Dan already said about the community. I have found this community to be some of the most open. Oh, come on, Dan.
So, hold on. I'm sorry. All right.
Turn it off. I'm going to kick you, man. I may have kicked you. No, you're still there. Okay. Yeah, this community has been absolutely amazing. And what I think what I feel about this community is how I feel when I go into a good comic book store. If you got a community, if you live in a community with a couple of comic book stores, 2 or 3, you got 2 or 3 that are, some that are okay. You got that one where people are good people, and you go in and you can talk about crazy comic stuff and they love it, get into it, and will hang with you. And that's the feeling that I get with this community. It's highly creative people who are really interested in making their own thing, helping other people make their own thing, and watching all of these things grow. And there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of people who are willing to say, hey, I got this idea. What do you guys think about it? And get feedback. That doesn't happen in the mainstream marketplace. I think that is amazingly unique to this community. So whether you want to call it indie comics or Comicsgate or, making comics, we're developing a brand new thing here that I think is just awesome. And I just love it. And it's good people. And there's a lot of knuckleheads out there, and people try to get on Twitter. I'm saying knucklehead. Look at this.
No, my wife is texting me, and she goes, "Why is Jason wearing toddler's plastic hat in an old flower shop?" Oh man!
I should put some plastic or some fake flowers behind me, here.
You should just make it look like your grandma's basement or something like that.
I should call it Grandma's house, like a little placard.
Yeah, right, you should add like a little what is it? The
knitted signs.
Exactly.
Cross stitch.
Cross stitch. That's it.
Yeah.
Some cross stitch. All right. Man, I said, yeah, sorry, I had to get out of there for a second, but I'm back.
Yeah. I was just saying how awesome the community is, and how I can't believe it really, because people have just been so open to talk to us, and I mean, even some of the more popular guys Tenaple and even EVS. I mean, dude, I got on EVS's stream. I mean, I was talking to EVS and to a bunch of other creators. I got inking advice from some major. I got from RT Bear.
Yeah,
from Kanan White.
Yeah,
I got a little video I made about that on my channel too. But man, I mean, and Doug Tenaple had me on. I mean, it was even the big guys are open to just building this thing, and there's so much great energy here, and I just love it.
Yeah, I think access to the creators is so we've talked about this before we even were working on this project for real, a year or 2 years ago, whatever. We would go to cons and we would talk to creators. And it's like you're asking them for a personal favor to like when you go up and talk to them, and it's sort of awkward, and they just want to sign whatever you want them to sign, and then go on about your con. And one of the coolest things about this whole movement is that the creators that we idolize or whatever, they are like interested in talking to you, learning about you, and helping you along the way. And it's just like, it's the best. Like, I've never been gotten into a movement like this. And, you know, there's bad apples in every bunch, but and unfortunately there's drama everywhere. But as a whole and as a rule, I think that people are just open. They're so cool. They're friendly. Like, I've just met so many cool people recently, and I'm pumped to be a part of it, because it's you know, there's not a lot of places, not a lot of things that I've done or groups that I've been a part of that are going to be the same way. So it's cool. It's real cool.
Real quick, just some housekeeping stuff. You guys are putting links in my chat, and I just went through and clicked them, and you know, and basically okayed them to be shown. I really appreciate that, and I'm a little bit of a boomer. I'm pretty good with technology, though. I'm learning fast about, you know, live streaming and YouTube and stuff like that, but definitely new territory. So I appreciate it. And like, you know, you guys can be straight with us in the chat. Like, if we're not noticing something, then, like, you know, say, you know, hey dummies, click
Absolutely, please
click OK, so that the link that I'm putting in your chat can be seen. Okay. Yeah. So I appreciate it. Thank you for helping us out. Appreciate you putting all this stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
And, keep it coming.
One more thing too, man. My bride just texted me again and let me know we got another backer just now.
Yeah,
dude, and it's the one I've been waiting to see. $55, support the real heroes. We got a backer for $55.
Awesome.
So that is killer. I'm so pumped about that.
Oh, dude,
so that's already
so
we got
great.
2 books going to some real heroes, some US soldiers. So that is so cool. Thank you guys for whoever that was. Once again, I'm not going to read out everybody's names and just dox you straight up like I did Trey. Trey knows what's up. He's not worried about that stuff. But yeah, that I'm so pumped about that. Thank you guys. Really cool. Whoever did that. So yeah, we're on our way. We're getting some backers like today. Just getting that, like making over $100 mark. You know, we're at 180 right now. We're just under $200. Like we're at 2%, Jay.
Yeah,
2%, baby. So it's a big deal for us guys. Really, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It's really cool. That one, that particular perk is really cool because we get to send some books to people that are important to us, which is the members of the U.S. military. So yeah.
Man, that's so cool, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Making comics great again, Christopher, in the chat. That's right, brother.
Hey, and also, I'm all about, like, I know I'm going to be pushing Hero, you know, and I'll be doing that constantly, but I'm all about getting your project on my show, and not in a way that's going to be, you know, I just like talking about it. I love talking to you guys about what you're doing just because I'm really interested in it. And some of you guys have some freaking awesome projects.
Yeah,
that's another thing about this community, Dan, is that these dudes are really cool and got great ideas.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, if you've launched, if you want to get on my channel, hit me up.
Dude,
let me know.
We need to have Bruce. With man, what's his project name?
Is that Wrecker?
Wreckers.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think that's right. That looks great. Colors on that, whoever's doing those colors are on point. It's really good. And then like, I don't know if any of you other guys on there are working on projects, but for sure, I know I'd love to talk to people doing other projects because I love to see. I just like seeing unique stuff, and that Wreckers looks great. And
oh man, and it's like it looks like androids with guns, or maybe it's an exosuit of some kind, and it's
you know, I'm gonna look.
It's got a really cool logo, and the colors that he just posted today on that one, like it looks like a female android with a gun. Man, that looks so hot. I want to find out who that colorist is and put that person to work.
Let's see. Wreckers, once bound for Titan, a terraforming behemoth is now derelict and adrift in space. An asset recovery team is tasked to retrieving its data logs, but soon after boarding find that they are not the only ones determined to secure its bounty. And the wreck, sorry, not the Wreckers. Sorry, Bruce, if you're still in the chat. The Wreck, sci-fi action adventure comic, and it's going to be dropping November 9th. Bruce, hit us up. Love to see it. Yeah, and like Jason said, we're pumped. You're gonna be seeing a lot of our stuff. Trey said he'd like to get on the channel sometime. Abso-freaking-lutely, Trey. You are without a doubt. Trey has got an open invite. That's for sure. Open. But yeah, I love pumping other people's stuff out as well. Like I want to see like a rising, what is it? Rising tide brings up all ships. I'm not saying that right.
Yeah. Rising tide raises all boats. Yeah.
That's the gist of it. And that's what's happening in Comicsgate. And so, and in this community in general, and not just in Comicsgate, but in the broader area of this side of comics, right? In this indie area. Comicsgate's a big part of that, but, and it's so cool. And I can feel that personally. And I hope that, the guys that we're, trying to tweet out info on too are feeling that as well. But, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Trey says, sweet.
Trey, what up? Yeah,
That's
I was noticing today, like they got a bunch of people are in fulfillment right now, and I saw that Something Real. I don't know if you kept up with that one, Dan, but Something Real is another cool comic that's come up out of this, and they're in fulfillment. And man, like it's so cool to see all those beautiful Gemini boxes all in a row.
Yep.
Like they're all like loaded up and they're getting ready to ship out. And we've seen that a couple times, like there's some, like Nasser has got his out. I think one of Richard Myers is out now. There's several that's been, that's in fulfillment or has been fulfilled. So it's great to see that out of this community. And one of the main things that people are looking for is like fulfillment and a good quality book. And I think that's where our mind is going to be this whole process is how are we going to get a great quality book that is shipped well and presents well, because man, when you get that, you want to open it up and be like, bang, zoom, shazam, that is a beautiful comic book. And thank goodness, I got my copy. By the way, I got my copy. This is one of the ones that's been fulfilled. I got my copy of, whoops, don't want to dox myself. I got my copy of Red and Black. I don't know if you can see that.
Woo!
Yeah, Red and Black by Elliot Fernandez.
That's cool.
Just let me, we'll just do kind of an impromptu unpackaging real quick, just so I can show this thing off. I might do a video on this. I was thinking about doing like just a show off video, just to show how cool this is, but I don't know if you can see Ghost Rider like faintly in there. Right, and then Elliot's signature right here.
That's cool, man.
But let me show you one of my favorites. Check this out. You see this, Dan? Are you paying attention, Dan?
I'm not paying attention.
Dan,
yes.
Look at that.
I love it.
Look how cool that is.
That's awesome, man.
Everything's red and black. This is one of those I was glad I got, because this was a cheap buy-in. He wasn't charging a lot for these. I think I got in for like $10 in shipping.
Man,
look at this. Look at this on the back cover. Check that out, boy.
Yeah, that's hit. I tell you what, like his Ghost Rider. I've seen him do a couple different Ghost Riders. He did a live stream and was inking a Ghost Rider, and it is so good. It's probably one of my favorite characters he does, like without a doubt. It looks so vicious.
Yes, it does. And when you talk, no one can see it. But look at this.
I'm going to shut up.
No, you're not being quiet so we can see it, Dan. Would you please stop talking? You're still on screen, Dan. That's okay. You know what? This is Boomer time. Check that out. Okay. Look, one more thing, man. Let me show you one more thing. Check this out here. Now, you probably saw this in the advertisement. You saw that one. But what you didn't see was this one. Check that Judge Dredd. Look how cool that design is with the red.
Yeah, that Dredd's killer, man.
I love it. Awesome. I love it. I'm not going to go through the whole book.
I muted my mic on that so that it wouldn't pop up on screen. I don't know why it's popping up on screen.
Nah, I'm just giving you a hard time, of course. But look at this crazy Venom. You haven't seen a Venom like that.
Woo! Yeah.
Isn't that nasty? Look at that nasty Venom. I love that.
Absolutely. Killer, man.
Yeah. Hey Dan, you haven't gone to see the Venom movie, have you?
I did go see Venom movie. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
So if you take Spider-Man out of the movie, if it was a like if you just make it an alien movie, if you can try to separate it from Spider-Man, it was entertaining. All right, so it's entertaining. But the whole time in my head, I was just thinking, this is not Venom. There's no Venom without Spider-Man. So I don't know. Like, there's definitely, like, you can see some studio head rewrites, or like you can see where they've cut parts of the movie because things just don't line up. And I understand they have 2 hours to like put this whole thing in there, but I feel like they cut stuff, like they left stuff in that could have been cut out, and they cut stuff out that probably was important to story. But you know, whatever. And they have like some exposition in there that you're like, you know, like they're talking about what they need to do for no reason. Like, and you're like, why? I know you need to do that for, I don't know. Anyway, I tell you what, it did keep me entertained. And the CGI was good for the most part. And there are a couple little funny sections. They were trying hard for humor in a few spots that I feel like it kind of went flat. Like nobody laughed in the theater. Yeah, I mean, yeah, overall it was all right. Do I want my $10 back? Kinda. But you know, it was still fun. I went with some of the regular boys that you know, and so it was fun with those guys.
Hey, if anybody in the chat, like, if you got an opinion on it, do you want to hear like what we think about movies? Because me and Dan do a lot of dialoguing on movies, old movies, new movies. We go to a lot of movies together. Would you guys be interested in like live streaming our commentary on movies? If so, just kind of, you know, shoot a thumbs up to us. Or if that's like something that there's plenty of that, we don't need more of that, then that's fine too. But we want to start providing content that you guys like. So just thought I'd throw that question out there.
Let's see. Corvus says he has to get back to work or the wife's going to kill him. Congrats on launch day. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you, Corvus. You're a killer, man. Christopher Ryan says, absolutely, dudes. I'm hoping he's saying that for us, like our thoughts on movies. And we definitely, like, we'll sit in the parking lot for an hour and a half after a movie and talk about it. So we might have to just pull up Hangouts on the phone and sit it in the dashboard and do it that way. But yeah, we're nerds through and through. Like, sometimes we hit some really deep cuts that I hope some people will appreciate or understand, and sometimes it's just we have a lack of knowledge. But for the most part, we can hang with pretty deep nerd culture, I'd say.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it'd be cool, man. We ought to get our friend Johnny on here with us. I think.
Oh man, Crow.
And then we should get his bud with him. And some of your we've got our own, in our own little community, without doxing anybody. We've got our own little tribe of nerds, and we've got some people who are like, whew, they make me feel like I don't know anything about comics and nerd culture.
Yeah, some of them are like a nerd encyclopedias. Like, you could talk about any character, and they're going to be able to call up the issue and everything like that. So their first appearance and how they came to be and what radioactive thing happened to them to give them their powers is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Hey,
and Christopher Ryan, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead and ask that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
They're planning to do the same thing on the CJ channel. I'm guessing that's Circle Jerks. That's another cool YouTube podcast, I guess, right, Christopher, that you guys can check out. It's pretty. These guys are funny over there, and I think they have 3 or 4 episodes out now, maybe. They threw a bunch of episodes out pretty quick, but yeah, they're pretty good boys over there. So check them out.
Circle Jerks. I'll check that out.
Yeah, Circle Jerks. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. What else you got, Jay?
I don't know, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's been a long couple of days. One thing I didn't realize is how much work this was. I mean, I knew that making the comic was going to be a lot of work. I didn't realize how much work just making the Indiegogo campaign was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot.
Yeah.
We were up late last night going back and forth. I got my beautiful bride to edit it because I can write some crazy stuff. I feel like I'm really good at writing a bunch of sci-fi superhero nonsense, but I'm lucky that I can't spell. I'm awful at it. I'm terrible at grammar, but my wife is excellent. So she came back after me and fixed all my mistakes. And like Jason's probably trying to fix them, and then she got all the little stuff that we didn't get. So anyway, it's been a wild ride to get it all together.
All right.
But
well,
anyway.
Look, I think we're good. I appreciate everybody that has been with us thus far. We still got 7 people watching. I think that's probably the best we've ever done.
We had about 10 or 11 at one point, so
that's great,
I'm going to call that a win for us. And
yeah, it was all this right
man, you
here.
put your rally cap on and we got views. Just keep that thing by the computer.
I told you, boy. Believe. Rally cap.
You look ridiculous, but I love it. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for those guys that went out and backed us tonight and today. It's a really big deal for us, seriously. And yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going. We'll be doing some live streams with other people, and here, watch our Twitter. We're gonna be getting on and yeah, just talking about nonsense. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and ask us questions in the chat. I watch my chat. I get alerts when I get a question or something in the chat. So if you want to know something about the book or you like something about this video, please comment below. I will respond to your comments. I will try to respond to every single comment so long as I can. And man, great run here. And thank you guys very much.
Absolutely. One last thing, Jason. We made it over $200.
Yeah.
We got another backer for the signed comic. So thank you, whoever you are. Thank you very much.
What a great way
$200. Great way to end the show. Everybody in the chat, guys, Trey, Corvus, all you boys, Christopher. Man, thanks guys again, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Bruce Patnod.
Oh, Bruce
Patnod.
Yep. I didn't want to say his last name because I would ruin it.
I probably butchered it, but thanks, Bruce. We appreciate you being here, buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Thanks for participating, and we'll talk to you soon.
Later, guys.
Later.